Good morning guys, it's Tuesday today and I thought I would do a video. Basically, I've got a fairly quiet house today. My two eldest boys are away at their gran's. My daughter is away at holiday club for the day. So it's just me and the wee man. I have like a million jobs to do around the house and I'm not particularly looking forward to it. As you know, my thyroid's been playing up quite a lot recently and yeah, it's left me very tired, quite cranky, quite emotional. So I figured rather than spending the day pretty much on my own talking to the walls, I would talk to you guys and you can keep me company while I get some of my jobs done. As you can see, starting the day right, I have my cup of tea. But I need to get all the usual stuff done. I need to do dishwasher, I need to do laundry, I need to have a really good clean up in my kitchen, and I also need to have a good tidy in my lounge. Next week, next Thursday in fact, I have the guys coming to install my new heating system. So all new radiators, new fireplace, new boiler, etc, etc. Which basically means that I need to go around the house and make sure that all of the walkways are clear, that all of the radiators are accessible, that basically each room is pretty much tidy enough and clear enough so that the day before they come, I can go into each room and just like upend beds and shift furniture around and stuff so that they can come in and do what they're going to do. Now they're going to do this whole installation in one day and there's going to be about 8 or 9 workmen coming in, so it's going to be very, very hectic. Luckily, once I've let them in the morning, I can just disappear off out pretty much until the end of the day, and in the morning it will be Slimming World class, so at least I'll have something to do for the first couple of hours in the day. Anyway, I need to get on, and now obviously I'm not going to like record me doing all of my chores, but I figured I would just sort of bring it into the video and talk to you while I'm doing some of it, and then sort of edit and cut it together so that, you know, it gives you something to watch, it gives me you guys to talk to, and hopefully I'll manage to get quite a bit done today. So, I'm going to start unloading the dishwasher while I talk to you guys. Now, this week, food-wise, I've been pretty good. I've been keeping a photo food diary, which is something that I've not really done before. I normally write it all in my journal. Now, I haven't written it in my journal this week, and I was considering last night still kind of jotting it all down in my journal anyway, so that I've got it down on paper to refer to if I wanted to. But basically, yeah, I've got a photo for each day showing the free foods, speed foods and sins and healthy extras and everything that I've had. And sins wise, as far as I can tell, I'm pretty much still on target for the week. Now obviously today's Tuesday, which means I only have today and tomorrow to get through. So as long as I don't have any major blowouts or crises in the next 48 hours, then we should be all good. And we should see a loss on the scales on Thursday, which is ultimately what we want. Because obviously last week had a gain of £3. Wasn't very happy about that. But like I said, I kind of knew why it had happened. But yeah, been trying really hard this week, and my mentor has been very, very supportive, and has been helping me keep a very close eye on what I'm eating and the amount of sins that I'm eating. So yeah, it's been quite good. Just having somebody to keep me accountable. I mean, I don't know, sometimes it would be nice to, I don't know, to kind of have that flexibility, like, you know, if I wanted to have a takeaway, or, you know, if it was a celebration, and I'm sure, like, as a one-off, you know, every now and again it would be fine, and I'm sure my mentor would be very understanding about that, and that, you know, that would be considered. It's, in a way, it's a little bit frustrating that I don't know, that I can't just have what I want, like when I want it, but if I could, then it would kind of defeat the object of having somebody holding me accountable. Because obviously, ultimately, I want to lose weight. And if I always give in to the temptation to eat the things that I want, then I'm probably going to be stuck in this circle of gaining it and then losing it and then gaining it and then losing it, and not actually progressing past the point that I'm at. So to have that kind of structure and control at the moment is probably a good thing, really. I might moan about it, but, you know, it's a good thing, really, because it does make me think about what I'm eating as well, and why I'm eating it. So things like trying to eat more speed foods. Now, the other day, yesterday, I had a baked potato for my lunch, and I had it with one of those, you know, like the small tins of spaghetti, not like the big, just one of the little ones. And I thought, well, that's a free meal, which is fine. Free's good. Free's no sins, so that's all good. But I figured I should probably try and put some speed food on there as well, make it, you know, food optimised. And so I cooked some broccoli to go with it. And you know what? Broccoli doesn't really go with a jacket potato with spaghetti. But I ate most of it. I probably ate about 2/3 of it. To be fair, I didn't really enjoy that meal all that much. But in saying that, I was eating because I need to stay healthy. I didn't really have much of an appetite. During the day, I don't generally have much of an appetite. Most days, I won't have breakfast. If I do, it's only something really, really small. Like this morning, I had a banana. I don't know, I could quite easily skip breakfast and lunch most days and not really give it much thought. As long as I have my dinner in the evening and have my supper before I go to bed, I'm kind of okay with that. But it's not going to be helping with my fatigue. Obviously, as I think I've mentioned before in another video, it's basically food is fuel for the body. And I need to remember that even if I don't have much of an appetite, I still need to try and eat. I mean, there were times, the other night, I felt hungry, but I had no appetite. There was nothing that I fancied, but I still had to force some food down, because that's what's going to help to fuel my body, to give me energy, which, let's face it, is something that I really don't have much of at the moment. So it's just about trying to remember to eat, and even if I don't feel all that hungry, to just have a little something so that I am actually putting some calories into my body, so that it can actually function and do what it needs to do. Because you know what, even when you're sleeping or resting, your body is still burning calories. And so if you're not eating, but you're still, you know, your body still needs fuel to work. And so these are all things that I've been kind of giving quite a lot of thought to recently. And this week I've definitely had more speed foods than I had last week. And like I said, I've definitely been a lot more sensible with my sins. I've started eating nuts. I think I mentioned that in my last video. Brazil nuts and hazelnuts are supposed to be really good for people with thyroid issues because they contain selenium. And yeah, that's meant to promote healthy thyroid function. So I figured that was worth a shot. Now, I don't know whether, I don't know how long you'd have to eat them for, or like how quickly you would notice difference or anything like that. I have quite enjoyed having just a small handful of nuts with my supper. I can either have just like 4 Brazil nuts, well, I could have more, but obviously they're They work out to be roughly about 1 sin per Brazil nut, but obviously I weigh them. But yeah, that's generally what it is. I'll have four Brazil nuts, 4 sins. It's about 12.5 grams-ish. Or I'll have maybe a couple of Brazil nuts and a couple of almonds and a couple of hazelnuts, because obviously almonds and hazelnuts are smaller, so you get more of those for your grams. But it's quite nice because I've not had nuts for ages, so it was nice to put something into my diet that I like, that's actually good for me in, you know, in small quantities, because obviously nuts are quite high in calories, but they're also quite high in protein and other nutrients. So as with everything, it's just about getting the balance right and having them in moderation as part of a balanced diet. Right, well that's the dishwasher empty. Now I just have to refill it again. Oh joy. So yes, 2 more days to try and stay on plan, and we'll find out on Thursday how well I've done. I'm hoping, considering I had a gain last week of £3, I'm really hoping that I get a loss of like £4, because that way that's my £3 gain rectified, but also another £1, you know, closer to my next goal. If by some miracle I get £5 off, then that'll be me getting my 2.5 stone award, which will be pretty awesome. Because, let's face it, I've been trying to get that award for ages. I don't know exactly how long, but it's been quite a long time. Because I've been kind of stuck around this 2 stone mark, and then, you know, had a gain and lost it again, and then had a gain and lost it again. You can see where I'm going with this, right? Yeah, so I would really like to see a £4 to £5 loss on the scales this week. Now, I know that that's not impossible, because recently, over like the last month, there's been 2 weeks where I've lost £5. Unfortunately, the weeks in between I've put weight back on. It's come off, but if I can lose the £5 and get my 2.5 stone award, then I think that will kind of spur me on a little bit to stick with it. Because at the moment, I do have these days of, what am I doing? Why am I doing this to myself? You know, I'm not enjoying it, I'm getting miserable, it's stressing me out, and, you know, I could just live my life and eat what I want to eat. But I know that if I do that, and if I give up Slimming World, then I'm just going to end up really fat and the size of a house, because I'll just eat all the crap of the day. So, while I don't have a huge amount of self-control, I have enough to know that I can't give up on my slimming journey yet. And I've got my goal that I want to reach for Christmas. I still want to get my 4 stone award. I need to average £3 off per week between now and Christmas. £3 a week isn't really all that bad, as long as I don't have any like really bad weeks where I have a massive gain, like a few weeks ago when I put on like £6 in a week. God knows how I did that, really. That was just crazy. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much on track for a good loss this week anyway. I kind of just want Thursday to hurry up now so that I can actually see, so that I know, because if I've had a good loss, then all this control and structure and being rigid in what I'm eating and, you know, counting all my sins and everything, it's all it'll be worthwhile. Do you know what I mean? It's frustrating sometimes. But then again, everything can be frustrating at times, especially when you're already feeling tired and cranky, and you just, I don't know, I just get more and more impatient, I think, as I get older. I'm generally quite a patient person, but you know, there are times when my patience definitely wears thin. And I'm not just talking about Slimming World, I'm talking about in general. I've noticed this week that I have had a couple of days where my patience with everything and everyone around me has worn really, really thin. And things that I would normally brush off, be okay with, just kind of ignore. Yeah, this week that has been really, really hard. And I think it's just, again, it's because of my thyroid issues, the lack of concentration, just tolerating things in general. It's all connected. I've still not managed to get another appointment with the nurse. I think it's absolutely ludicrous that somebody that is suffering with so many symptoms should have to wait like a month to get a blood test that a doctor could do. But there you go, what do I know? I am but a simple human being. I'm going to get back onto the surgery again today. I phoned them yesterday and they didn't have anything. They told me to keep phoning back, which is just a royal pain in the arse because I have a life and I have children and I have other things to do at 8:30 in the morning. But that's what they said I have to do, so I have to keep phoning back on the off chance that somebody's cancelled or something's happened, which means that they can fit me in. So I shall just have to stick to it, keep phoning them, keep annoying them until they finally give in and agree to see me earlier than the 26th of October. Okay, that's the dishwasher loaded. Stop for a minute and drink my tea. So how's everybody? I noticed that my hypothyroid video had quite a lot of interest and had quite a few comments. And you know what? I really appreciate that you guys took the time to actually share your experiences with me and offer your support. It's really, really kind of you. Thank you. Obviously, as I find out anything else or as I get any tips on how to maybe help with hypothyroidism or the symptoms, then obviously I will share those with you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you because I really appreciate that you guys have taken the time out of your day to watch my video and to actually like it, to comment on it, to, you know, just to share with me and everybody else the fact that I'm not the only one, to share your experiences, to provide advice if you can. It's really nice. I get a bit kind of jumbled up with my words because it's quite overwhelming to know that I have, it's over 180 subscribers now, which has just been over a couple of months since I started doing this channel. So it's really, really nice. But yeah, it's kind of overwhelming that there's so many of you actually want to listen to me and want to follow my journey. So just thank you. Thank you to all of you that do that. It's really, really nice of you. So, what do I have to do next? Oh, more stuff. But at least this is clean stuff, so right, that needs to go away. I feel like all I ever do all day is housework and, you know, just cleaning up after the children. Yeah, cooking, cleaning, taxiing. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. I think that's probably something that a lot of people experience. Right, all my pots and pans. All nice and clean. Right, so that is all my clean stuff. Okay, quick update. Now basically this corner of my kitchen, as you can see, is nice and clear. Basically I bleached all the cupboards, polished them up, I've cleaned the worktop, I've scrubbed and polished my sink, I even polished the taps because, you know, well, why not? And all of the clutter that I had on the windowsill has now gone. Now I will put one tub or container of some description back on there, because it's where I keep things like my whiteboard markers and bits and pieces that I need and use on a daily basis. My washing machine's had a wipe down, the bottom cupboards and the dishwasher have all been bleached. Basically everything that you can see in that corner of the kitchen has all been bleached and polished. I even cleaned the window. So yeah, I'm pleased with that, although that's all I've done so far today, but it's looking damn good. And that is the washing machine loaded and on. Next up, I have to clean my back door, because look at all those fingerprints and things that are on it, and scribble from my lovely children. So I'm going to get that done just now. Okay, the door is now nice and clean. You probably can't really see it because it's kind of dark. But as you can see there, all of the ink's away. All of the horrible smudgy marks off the glass. The only bit that I can't get off is that. And it's really, really annoying me. I think one of my darling children must have used a permanent marker to do some artwork on the kitchen door. But anywho, that's it all cleaned. Even the hinges and everything have all been bleached. So that's another job off my list. Now, the next thing that I have to do, which I'm not really looking forward to, is tackle this corner. I have washing to put away, and that freezer is definitely needing a good bleach on the outside. So basically, in fact, let me zoom out and, my God, I am so ashamed. Look at the state of all of that. I need to get all of that cleared. That's my next task. Okay, so you're back with me. I've cleaned the one corner of my kitchen and the window and the door. Now I'm moving on to sorting the washing and getting to my chest freezer so that I can bleach that. Now, hopefully a lot of this I can get put away pretty quickly, because when I wash things I tend to organise them as I go. So I've basically got piles ready when they come in off of the washing line, or near enough, you know. So I've got, alright, so it shouldn't take long just to quickly whiz through these bits and pieces. Towel. So I want to get this done. Like I said, I've got these guys coming next week. So to be honest, in a way I'm looking forward to, in a way I'm not. Because obviously it means that I have a lot of work to do just now to get the place ready for them coming. And it's going to be total bedlam, total mayhem when they come and actually do the work and rip out all of the radiators and everything. But on the plus side, it's a good excuse to have a really good clean out and a really good clean up. And once it's done, and the house will look better for it, and my heating system will be more efficient. I'll have a really nice fireplace in my lounge rather than just this old kind of gas fire, you know, the ones that you have to kind of turn the handle on, it's like click, click, click till it fires up. Yeah, I still have one of those. So they're going to replace that with a fancy kind of electric one. I probably won't like have it on. I might do when it gets like really cold, but because I've got central heating, I don't generally have the fireplace on anyway, because it just costs more money. So, just break things as I go. Oh, I really need to try and stay on top of all this. I have a mixture of things that all just seem to be dumped. So, move my chair, which is also broken. I can't get the chair to go down. You know, it's got like a handle, you know, the hydraulic chairs? Oh. Okay, tell a lie. I couldn't get it to go down the other day when I wanted to sit on it, and it was like, right up here and I couldn't actually get on it properly. And that's me being a 6 foot. I've got a small pile of washing to do. I already have the washing machine on with like darks and colours, and it's mainly kind of light stuff and things that have to be washed on their own that I've got left over for now. Saying that, I haven't been upstairs to the kids' room where there's probably another ton of washing, but hey ho. So yes, so far today I'm feeling quite good. I think maybe that's because I'm getting things done. I'm not feeling too tired yet. I've still not had anything else to eat yet. I've only had a banana. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. I've actually got my slow cooker on, which has mince, well, it's kind of a bolognese that's in there basically. Mince and onions and tomatoes and all that jazz. So, I do have something that I can pick at if I want to. Although I also have a melon. I've not had melon for ages. And when I was in Aldi's the other day, I saw one and I thought, oh, you know what, I'm just going to get one of those. Because melon's also speed. I think I kind of stopped eating melon because I went through a phase of eating loads of melon and loads of watermelon, and I think I just kind of scunnered myself. I stopped enjoying it, and so I've had a bit of a break from it, so I'm hoping, you know, I'll start liking it again. So I have things to pick at. I'm trying not to max out my sins today. The last couple of days I've generally just kind of had, well, with the exception of my roast where I had a few sins for my Yorkshire pudding, I've basically been keeping my sins to have in the evening, like with my supper. And that's when I've had my nuts and like a little bit of chocolate maybe, and some fruit, and and a couple of those sponge fingers, just so that it's a bit like, you know, a bit like having a few biscuits. So it's all been going quite well. I have had some meals that I haven't enjoyed a huge amount, but I think that's been more to do with the fact that when I've eaten them, I've just not really been all that hungry. Towels, towels, more towels. So that's that basket. Let's stick that towel in. That lot can go to the bathroom, and I shall be back in a minute. Okay, the towels are away, so now I'm away to put the uniforms away. Okay, so that's the uniforms away and the other bits and pieces I had. So we have an empty washing basket. Hurrah! Now, see these things? Right. These need to go away in the box that is down the bottom that you can't see at the moment. But look, another empty basket. Let's get that there. If I can get all this stuff sorted, in fact that's the wee man's. Right, my whiteboard. Now this is my basket of bags, which you've seen before. Try to cram all of the bags into it. I just seem to have a ridiculously large amount of carry bags at the moment. I should probably put some of these in my car, because I think at the moment in my car I only actually have one of those big Sports Direct bags, which is fine if you're going to do like a ton of shopping, but if I stick some of these cloth bags into the car maybe, then I might actually remember to use them. But these are good. I mean, the kids use these for like lining their gym bags and stuff, like with their shoes, or if they go swimming, or, you know, they need a decent bag for putting wet stuff in and that. So, talking of gym bags, my daughter's gym bag, my daughter's school bag. Right, put that to one side for now. Oh, look at that! More carrier bags! twist them all in. Right. And this is where we start getting to bits and pieces. Right, now this is a drawer out of my freezer. So I'm going to put that to one side for now. Because ultimately I need to get that back in my freezer. That's not out of my chest freezer, that's out of my fridge freezer. Loads of black bags everywhere as well. See, I have a big bag full of black bags. But that's what they come in when I order them, so to be fair, you know, they're still where they're meant to be. I need to get them away. These little tubs are really handy, although because I haven't labelled them, I don't know what's in them. Right, that's my one that normally sits on my windowsill. So I'm going to have to either do something with that tub to make it look a little bit prettier, or yeah, replace it, because it has things in there like my whiteboard markers and the whiteboard eraser, my lighters, things, just little bits and pieces that I use every day that I need to kind of keep in a safe place. What's in this one? Pegs! Look, a box of pegs! These are my spare ones. Because I had to replace a load of pegs because all my other ones got old and started snapping and pinging in my face and stuff, so it's not great. More black bags. I wondered where they'd all gone. They were underneath all the rest of the junk. So these will definitely go back in the big trunk, because I don't need squillions of them out. Ah! 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 I appear to have two sock baskets, a little one and a slightly bigger one. So I think we shall decant all of those. And look, I've got an empty basket. And I'll need to go through these because there's probably some pairs in there. My daughter's crash helmet, cycle helmet, and a scarecrow. Look, isn't that really cool? More stuff falling over. Look, she made a scarecrow at school. I thought that was really nice. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with that, but it's too nice to throw away. So I'll need to get those put away. So at least if I sort things into piles of what's meant to be in here, what's not meant to be in here, you know, we'll maybe get somewhere. I still have my family organiser. I've not found a home for it. I think I'm going to have to like put it by my desk or something for now. Obviously it's only another couple of months till I can use it. There's my bits and pieces basket. Yeah, really don't have a home for it, but I really need to find one, like, because I need to get all this stuff cleaned. Now there's the other drawer out my freezer, although look, as you can see, this one's cracked. I maybe need to put some tape over that and then I can reuse it. Because obviously once it's all frozen up and you try and open the drawer, it just breaks even more, so... Right, paperwork, stickers, they can go away. Another pair of socks. Right. Think we're getting somewhere. Guess what I found? This isn't funny. It's really not funny anymore. The basket is just gonna snap and go bang, I think. Right. Coat hangers! What are we going to do with coat hangers? Maybe put them in with the basket just now. Baking trays and bits and pieces. Serving trays that I used for swimming group. Right, a lot of this is going to go in the box where it should have been, which is why it was probably put on top of it in the first place, to be fair. My clock. See, I've still got it, and I still haven't got a hook up on the wall for it, so that's on my to-do list, but I've got really, really, like, hard walls. They're proper solid brick walls, and see, trying to get nails into them or anything, they're a nightmare. Right, so that lot is going to go through to my desk, so bear with me and I'll be back. Okay, there's some of the stuff away, and can you see that? I'll stand back a minute. You can see this box now. This is what I used to store a lot of my work stuff in. For those of you that don't know, I'm currently on a break from running a cake decorating business. Right, that needs to go out because that's a broken one. My apologies, I didn't realise there was stuff tucked down the back of here. Right, we have an extension lead. And what's this? Frisbee, of course. Well, I mean, where else would you keep a frisbee but down the back of there? Right. There's a little dust and dirt. Right, we'll deal with that in a minute. I have my new mop. I have one of these squeegee mops. I got it from B&Q. So that's what I'm going to be using to bleach the floor when I'm done. And that's my daughter's, that should go away as well. Right, so all of my trays and baking trays and things, these are going to be going in here. And my freezer bags are going to be going in here. My black bags, although I need to keep a couple out, I'm going to put black bags in there. They're still nice and easily accessible as long as stuff doesn't all get piled back on top of the box. In fact, I think I might do for now, my little bits and pieces basket that I don't know what to do with, I think I'm just going to pop that in here for now. I can still get to the bits if I need them, but they're out of the way while I don't. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the main thing. My silicone mold thingy. Right. So, that's that done. Anything else hiding down the back? This is my little shelf thingy. I've yet to decide where I can put it, that it will actually be, you know, useful. Oh, there's a whole ton of paperwork that fell off the box. Marvellous. Marvellous. Right. So that's obviously going to go through with the rest of my paperwork. Sorry about showing you my arse while I was bending down over the box. Sure, that was a lovely sight for you all. But what I think I'm going to do is move this box out of the way. Oh, she says, it weighs a ton. It's full of cake tins and baking trays and God knows what else. Move this out of the way, like so. And take these off of here. Move these that I've just moved. My whiteboard, my clock, my shelves. Could do with a hook on the wall somewhere for my whiteboard as well, actually, come to think of it. Make sure that nothing's down the back of there. Other than a bit of dirt, we're good to go. Do you guys enjoy watching me cleaning? It's always a bit random. I know some people are a bit weird like me and they'll probably quite enjoy watching me ramble and clean. Others of you maybe not, so yeah, wouldn't surprise me if this video didn't get many views or likes. Right. So, that's down the back cleared out. Put this back in the corner. Oh, there we go. And basically, I'm gonna go bleach it all. So I'll come back once I've done that. Hey guys, as you can tell, I'm a little bit sweaty. The freezer has been bleached, as has the radiator. And my storage box, excuse the floor, it's all bleachy water and everything. There's a couple of marks on my freezer that I can't quite get off, but they're that kind of ingrained that it doesn't matter what I put on them, it'll not clean. So that will have to do for now. So that is another corner of my kitchen all clean. Look at that. Pretty. Okay, so I'm going to take a bundle of carrier bags, the ones that I had in my kitchen, and I'm going to put them in the boot of my car. How's that for some organisation? So I have a big slimming wheel bag full of bags, which can sit in the boot of my car with the buggy and all the rest of the junk, because let's face it, if it's in my car, then it's not taking up space in my kitchen. There we go. So that's one more thing done. Good job I emptied those washing baskets, because I now have like 4 lines of washing to bring in. You can see some of it here. There's some more, and some more, and some more. Yeah, tons of washing that's been rather viciously blown around, so I'll need to salvage it all before it flies off into somebody else's garden. Now, as it's not raining yet, I tend to fold stuff up as I take it off the line. If it were pouring down with rain, obviously I wouldn't be bothering. God, I still look fat. I still have this belly. I really need to shift this bit. This is what I hate. I know I've lost 2 stone, but could do with coming off my stomach. So I'm going to get this in quickly, and more stuff to put away. I'll be back once I've got it all in. Okay, I don't know if you can see behind me, the rain came down pretty quick and pretty heavy, so I had to abandon my folding and just dump everything in the basket. So I'm going to crack on and just get that folded, and then I'll be back with you again. Okay, it's the back of 2 o'clock. I've got about an hour until my daughter comes home from holiday club, and I'm pretty hungry. I've got to have something, so because I have over there some bolognese type mixture in my slow cooker, I'm going to stick some into my little individual roasting dish thing, and I'm going to top it with some mash or smash and sprinkle a little bit of cheese on it and stick it in the oven for 10-15 minutes. So it'll be a kind of cottage pie. Strictly speaking, it's not cottage pie because it's not got carrots or peas or beans or anything like that in it. It's bolognese with mash, basically, but I just didn't fancy doing pasta and stuff, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, so that's... Oh, just totally spilled it down the side. Ew. Right, so yeah, I've got some of that in there, so I'm going to stick a little bit, not too much. I don't measure my smash, I know you're meant to, but it's free and you can just kind of eyeball it. So stick some of that in there, pinch of salt, just to give it a bit of flavour. Could add onion granules and garlic granules and stuff into it, because that all adds to the flavour. However, there's enough onion and garlic in the bolognese, believe me. So I'm just waiting on the kettle, and then I'll make up the smash. Oh, that's the thing, I'll put the oven on. There we go, so that can be heating up. Grab my cheese, some cheese. Waiting on the kettle. It's true what they say, isn't it? A watched pot never boils. Same thing goes for the kettle. It takes forever. I could probably do with a cup of tea as well. But I'll get this in the oven first. At least then I know that I've got something which is sin-free, basically, if I count my cheese as half of my healthy extra. So I think that's what I'll probably do. Because I only have a little bit of cheese. I'll have 20 grams. Oh, it's boiling! It's boiling! Oh, yay! So, just add a bit of water and mix up the smash. It would probably be better if you could actually see what I was doing, wouldn't it, really? Instead of just watching my stomach. But, hey ho. In a bit of a hurry. Need to eat. So, I have 2 corners of my kitchen done and bleached. I have carrier bags in the car now for shopping. I have the washing in off the line, even though it's a little bit damp because of the sudden downpour, but it won't take long to dry. And I folded it and sorted it. It's literally just the rain. It was pretty much dry. If I'd have got it in 5 minutes earlier when I first thought of it, I'd have been alright. So, yeah, make up your smash. And literally all I'm going to do is dump the bowl of smash. Well, I'll dump it. Carefully place the smash on top of the meat. And just kind of squidge it out so it reaches all the corners. My stomach's just sitting, feed me now. It doesn't need to go all the way to the edges. As long as it's near enough, it'll do. Hey, we're not a master chef, right? We're just feeding ourselves to stay healthy. Right, so, and then we're going to add, let's get our scales, because you have to weigh your healthy extras so that you don't go over. And I'm just going to put a measly 20 grams of cheese on the top. It's about all I've got left in the bag, so good job, really. Yep, there we go. I shall show you it before I put it in the oven. There you go, so that's my individual kind of cottage pie stroke bolognese pie just about to go in the oven. So there we go, folks. Oh, one yummy cottage pie. So I'm gonna dish that up and scoff it down before my daughter's back and my piece is shattered. I'll catch you soon. Okay, it's 4:45 and I am seriously bored of cleaning now. However, I have to crack on. As you can see down there, I have recycling and baskets and junk to get rid of. And I also have the stuff on top of my fridge to clear. So I'm going to get on and do that as quickly as I possibly can. Hello. Right. I have cleaned the 3rd corner in my kitchen, which basically consisted of the fridge freezer and the microwave and all the clutter that was on top of it and in front of it. So now the recycling has been put out. The boxes that were stuffed down the side of the fridge are in the recycling, along with the broken broom that seemed to be down there for some reason I didn't even know was down there. I've changed the rubbish bag, you know, emptied the bin, and I've made a start on clearing my large worktop. If you can see, this is kind of what's left at the moment. So I'm nearly there. You can see my slow cooker bubbling away with bolognese. I've got my there's my large cooking pot, but underneath is my air fryer. It's just I don't really have much cupboard space for my large cupboard, for my large saucepan. So it's currently sitting in the corner. So basically, yeah, I'm just gonna finish cleaning this bit up. I meant to show you, I got this in B&M the other day. It's one of those like fruit infusers. You fill it with water basically, but the inside, the pink bit in there, you can actually put fresh fruit in it so that it taints the flavour of the water and makes it nice and fruity. And that was a bit of a bargain at just £3.49 from... is it from B&M? No, not from B&M. It was from Aldi. Tell a lie. Right, so that's going to sit up on top of my fridge, and hopefully it's going to encourage me to actually use it. I have a whole bowl full of carrots and potatoes and sweet potatoes. And my fruit bowl's looking a bit sparse, to be honest. I've got a melon and a few satsumas. Anyway, I need to get this last bit of worktop cleaned up. So, yes, once again, I am using bleach. Everything today has been bleached. Quite literally, everything. So yeah, I don't particularly enjoy the smell of bleach, but I do like having a clean kitchen, so just have to put up with the reek. It's been not a bad day. I mean, food-wise, well, as you've seen, I had the banana for breakfast, and I had my cottage pie for my lunch, which was pretty tasty. So that's good. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to have for my dinner tonight. I shall ponder on that when I get back to you. So that's that bit clear. I'm going to put my veggies over here, I think. They can sit there. I'm not quite sure about my fruit bowl, really. Well, I guess it could stay there for now. That's normally where it sits. So, fruit and veg. Can you see that? So that corner is basically my fruit and veg and my tea and coffee and stuff, and my bottles of juice and the kettle. So that's that corner pretty much done. I have my phone charger. I'm going to put my phone charger in the drawer because this one stays in the kitchen. So that can be its new home. That's my anti-bac, which will need to go away. Now this is a bundle of Halloween things that I bought from Aldi. There's little bowls and a big bowl and chocolate eyeballs and chocolate pumpkins and chocolate lollipops and funky tights for my little girl and loads of really cool stuff. So that kind of has to stay out because it's not long till it's Halloween now. Oh look, I've got a banana too. So I shall have to get that eaten up in my kitchen drawer, which fits nicely in there. So wipe down this worktop. This isn't too bad, to be honest, but seeing as everything else is getting bleached, so is this. I think, like, I don't know, I don't normally have a thing really about, like, not kind of over the top, not OCD about cleanliness and bleaching and stuff, but today it just seems to have got to me that the place is a bit of a pigsty and I didn't like it. So I've pretty much spent the entire day deep cleaning my kitchen. Now, as you can see up behind me over there, I do have a collection of tins and jars and things, but I don't really have anywhere else to put them. So for now, I'm just choosing to ignore what's on top of the cupboards, as long as the rest of the kitchen is clean. Now, I have to be careful because I have my slow cooker on, so that's rather warm. So I'm going to move that to the back and up underneath it. So we dribble. There we go. But yeah, I've bleached the fridge and the microwave and pretty much everything else in the kitchen today. And although it smells a bit, it's looking much better. Guess I could give the cupboards a quick wipe while I'm here. To be honest, the top cupboards are kind of okay. It's mainly the bottom ones that tend to get splashed with stuff and that have children's paw prints on them. But There's no point in doing half a job, is there? So yeah, recycling's out, rubbish is out, all the bits and bobs that were on top of the fridge and in front of the fridge that weren't meant to be in the kitchen have all gone. Some of them have gone in the bin, some of them have gone elsewhere, but they're not in my kitchen anymore. Which does mean eventually I'll have to find homes for them, but you know, if I can get, well, I have pretty much finished the kitchen, which is good, because even though the rest of the house is pigsty, at least I can then say there is one room in my house that looks spot on. And it's been a while since I've been able to say that, because I've not had the energy or the motivation to do anything. Pretty pleased with all I've accomplished today. I think I've done not too bad considering. Actually, I've just remembered there's one more job that I haven't done yet, and I probably forgot about it because it's one of my least favourite jobs. I need to clean the oven hobs. I'll get that done. And then it's pretty much just emptying the washing machine into the dryer and doing the floor. And that's it. Not bad. I'll be back. Okay folks, so here is my kitchen. All nice and cleared except for the steriliser and my water bottle. Nice clean fridge. My worktop. Other than obviously the stock pot that's there, that's got the bolognese in it and the spoon for that. I've got obviously my Halloween treats in there. Look at those really cool bowls. I'm really excited about using those. Anyway, all of the top cupboards have all been bleached. The tumble dryer and the bottom cupboards have been bleached. So has the bin. That corner I've obviously already showed you is just bits and pieces that we use every day. The oven. Well, it's not perfect, but it's close enough. That's all been cleaned. Obviously the worktop over there, which I started at. Obviously excuse the cloths and things on the drainer. They need to go in the washing machine. But yeah, it's all just to show you all the way around so that you know I haven't been like just moving stuff. Basically all I've got is my 2 drawers for my freezer in the corner there. My clock, an empty washing basket which I'll be using, and the cardboard box I used for my recycling, but obviously it's got the bin and the dustpan and brushes in. So that's it. That is my kitchen. All nice and tidy. I'm quite happy with that. Probably should have been done a bit quicker than pretty much a whole day, but it's all been deep cleaned, bleached, and scrubbed within an inch of its life. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up below. If you would like to see more recipe ideas, how-to videos, live cook-alongs, cleaning and organising tips, and much more, then please click that subscribe button and you will be notified each time I upload a fabby new video. Until next time, my friends.